Hey guys, my name is Samira Syed. I'm a student pursuing my BE from Shri Venkateswara College of Engineering. My campus ID is 23CS2042. Today, let's talk about the topic arrays. These are the table of contents we'll be going through. Introduction, array declaration and initialization, accessing array elements, manipulation of arrays, types of arrays. Introduction. In computer programming, an array is a fundamental data structure that stores a collection of elements of the same time in a block of memory. Arrays are an essential component of most programming languages and are used to store and manipulate large amounts of data efficiently. Array provide a convenient way to organize and access data elements. Each element in an array is identified by its index, which represents its position within the array. The index starts at 0 for the first element and increases by 1 for each subsequent element. Arrays can be one-dimensional, two-dimensional, or multi-dimensional depending on the number of indices required to access the elements. Array declaration and initialization. To declare an array, specify the type of data it will store, followed by the array name and square brackets. Arrays can be initialized with values at the time of declaration using curly braces. The size of the array can be specified within the square brackets, or it can be left empty to be determined automatically. Accessing of array elements. To access array elements, we use square brackets along with the index of the element you want to access. The index is a numeric value that represents the position of the element within the array. Arrays are zero-based, meaning the first element is located at the index 0, the second element at index 1, and so on. To access a specific element, you use the array name followed by the index enclosed in brackets. You can see the representation of the arrays on the right side of the screen, starting with the index number 0 and going up to the index number 5. Manipulation of arrays. Manipulating arrays refers to performing various operations on arrays, such as modifying their contents, sorting elements, or searching for specific values. One common operation is adding elements to an array. This can be done by using the push method, which appends one or more elements to the end of an array. For example, let my array is equal to 1, 2, 3. Now we use the push operation and we get the output 1, 2, 3, and 4. Another frequently used operation is removing elements from an array. The operation used to remove elements from an array is the pop operation. Now, let's look at another example. Let my array is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Let removed element is equal to myArray.pop. We get the output as 1, 2, and 3. Types of arrays. One-dimensional array. A one-dimensional array is the simplest form of array. It is also known as a linear array. It consists of a single row or column of elements where each element is accessed using its index value. In a one-dimensional array, the elements are stored subsequently in memory. Declaration and initialization. To declare and initialize a one-dimensional array, you need to specify the data type of the elements, followed by the array name and its size. Here's an example of declaring and initializing a one-dimensional array of integers in various programming languages. In C and C++, we're using the data type int, and then the array name, myArray, and then giving the array size as 5, and then we're giving the array elements within the curly brackets as 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, and we're ending it with a semicolon. We do it similarly in Java. We use the data type int. We give the array name as myArray, and then we give the data elements within curly brackets as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and end it with a semicolon. In Python, we don't need to the data type, so we directly give the array name as myArray is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 within square brackets. Two-dimensional arrays. Two-dimensional arrays are a fundamental concept in computer programming and are widely used in various applications. As the name suggests, they are arrays with two dimensions, forming a grid-like structure. In a traditional one-dimensional array, elements are stored in a linear sequence. However, with a two-dimensional array, elements are organized in rows and columns. This allows for the creation of matrices or tables, making it easier to represent and manipulate data. To declare a two-dimensional array, we use square brackets and specify the number of rows and columns. For example, int array number of rows as 3 and number of columns as 4 within square brackets declares a two-dimensional integer array with 3 rows and 4 columns. Accessing elements in two-dimensional arrays requires indexing both the row and column. The indices start from 0 and go up to the size of the dimension -1. Two-dimensional arrays are useful for various purposes, such as representing game boards, storing image pixels, or performing mathematical calculations. They provide a convenient way to store and manipulate large amounts of data efficiently. Thank you for being here. Your presence is much appreciated.